Funding for This Is Nashville comes from you, our listeners, and Music City Prep Clinic, Nashville-based provider for PrEP and offering comprehensive sexual health services in an environment designed to be safe, professional, and shame-free. Learn more at musiccityprep.org.
I'm Khalil Ekolona, and this is Nashville. Today, we've put together a special panel to help us find out what it's really like to be a kid right now. We're starting with a group of students that just finished 5th grade. And after a well-deserved summer break, will be heading off to middle school. Here to share their thoughts and take on life right now are Luca, Jemma, and Hayley. Hey, you guys, thanks for being here. Welcome to This Is Nashville.
It's good to be here. I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
I'm very excited to be with you all. All right, we're going to get some basics out the way. Luca, how old are you?
I'm 11.
All right, Hayley?
11.
Jemma?
10.
Awesome. Okay. Tell me this, Jemma. How would you describe your personality?
Probably like really fun and kind of like crazy.
Fun and crazy? How? How crazy?
It depends on like who I'm hanging out with. Because like some people I'm like top-notch crazy, but then some people I'm a little bit more serious.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna be crazy at all, it might as well be top-notch crazy, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to half it. Okay, so Hayley, what's your personality like?
One word, energetic.
Energetic. Yeah. All the time, everywhere?
Yeah. I'm always like super happy around like everybody and I always try to stay like positive no matter what.
Okay.
Also like all over the place.
So you well that's fun too. You're the person who lifts everyone's spirits, let's say.
Pretty much.
All right. Luca. Personality. What do you like?
I guess if I want to be serious, I could be serious, but a lot of people think of me as just like a funny jokester.
Funny jokester.
Like a lot of people don't take me seriously. Sometimes that's a good thing, just like if I'm hanging out with my friends. But if I'm like actually like, for example, giving a presentation in class, everybody's just like laughing sometimes.
Are you like naturally funny? Sometimes there's people who say serious stuff and everyone just laughs because they're funny.
Well, I am naturally funny, I think.
Yeah. You know, I like funny people and I like crazy people. So I'm with a good group right here. All right. So 5th grade is over. Congratulations to you all.
Woohoo.
You made it. Very important.
Just barely.
But you made it, right? Tell me this. Hayley, what was your favorite school subject in the past year?
Math.
Math.
I had a great teacher and I just really like learning math. It's just one of my I'm really academic. I'm really trying to aim for like an academic scholarship when I get older. Mm-hmm. So I really love like math and science a lot because you just get to learn so much stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right. Jemma?
I really liked English because my teacher was like really, really funny and we do so many fun projects.
Luca, what's your favorite subject?
Social studies.
What about social studies?
I just like learning about like success that people had and just like failures sometimes. Kind of just like to learn from it. Sometimes it's just exciting. A lot of people think it's boring and just like mind-numbing. I just think it's exciting.
That's awesome. All right, so what class was your least favorite subject?
Social studies.
Social studies. Okay, we got somebody who loves it, somebody who didn't like it. Yeah. All right, so was it mind-numbing for you?
I just didn't really pay attention much. It's just I don't really care about learning about history and things. I mean, I like different cultures and things because that's interesting to learn. But like I don't really care about the past, honestly.
Well, you know, there's the old quote that says those who fail to learn about the past are doomed to repeat it.
I'm gonna learn about it, like learn from the mistakes, but like I'm not interested in it.
So you're a futurist. You're forward thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Luca, you're the subject you liked the least.
Math. Hayley.
No.
I hear that. What about math? Just grind your gears.
It's just like we're supposed to learn all of these different ways to do the exact same thing.
I get that. Jemma?
Probably geography. Because it was kind of boring because it wasn't really geography. So.
What was it?
We learned about like different cultures when I would think it'd be like more about maps. Mm-hmm. We did that at the beginning of the year, but not really through the end.
I thought it was like the study of the world. you know,
Yeah.
like just like studying different places like Africa, Asia, and things like that.
I mean, we did that like at the very end of the year because like we did projects about different foods in different countries. So
So it was like a cultural geography class.
yeah.
More so than being like, hey, the state capital of New York is Albany. You know where to
I mean,
locate
we
that on the map.
also did that.
Okay.
So-
Okay, but you all said something very interesting. You guys talked about your teachers and the classes that you loved and you didn't. So in your minds, what makes a good teacher?
I like teachers that are like really are like really funny, but then they have like a little like a serious side also. Because then they're really humorous and it makes the class really fun. And then also like if something bad happens, they're not just like joking about it the whole time.
So you want your teacher to be engaging.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hayley.
What I like about a teacher is just I like if they have like some humor to it and sarcasm. But like at times when we're like learning, they start to get serious and actually teach you how to do things. So kind of what Jemma said, like you have like some humor, but also some seriousness, but mostly humor for me.
Like when your teacher gets serious into yourself, are you like, okay, now it's really time to pay extra attention because they're very serious about this. They want to make sure we get all the information in.
Yeah.
Awesome. Luca.
Like they said, I like a teacher that is funny, but when it's important, they have to be serious. But I also like when they also like have like a separate, I'd say, relationship with the kids, kind of.
Yeah.
Like they understand.
Like how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How important is that to you guys, that your teacher understands you not only as the student who's there obviously to be in class, to learn and perform as well as you can, but one who takes time to get to know who you are as an individual? How important is that for you?
It makes me feel really good about it because I know I can trust them, and that makes me feel really comfortable every day I come into their classrooms.
I think it's pretty important, but if it were my teachers having to individually learn about all of the kids, and like a lot of things about them, that would be really hard for them. So I kind of get why they don't do it a lot, but
It is hard, but it's beneficial. I used to be a teacher, and I made it a point to get to know I was definitely a fun teacher.
Yeah.
But I did give a lot of homework.
Oh.
So,
My
hey.
teacher didn't get us
That's
any.
like my English teacher.
I haven't
She
had
gives me,
homework
like,
since
lots
third
and
grade.
lots of
Yeah,
homework.
we haven't had a lot of homework in our school.
Man.
Yeah, we don't get much.
If you guys want to switch places with me.
No, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
All right, just wanted to make sure.
We're
okay.
good. It's gonna change.
So you guys are moving to 6th grade next year. Friendships are really big, part of life at every age. Friendships change as you all get older. Luca, to you, what makes a good friend?
someone who's always there for you, and just like not really who just agrees with everything, but just who's there for you and likes the same things that you do and is really relatable.
Jemma?
I like friends who are like kind of like what Luca said, who you can like trust and kind of like relate to almost.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like such good friends that you kind of feel like connected, kind of.
Yeah, that's really important. Hayley, what makes a good friend to you?
Well, to me, it's them always being like really loyal to you, but at the same time, they're also like respecting themselves as well, and they always have their own personal things. And how you prove that they're a good friend is if they would honestly just be by you no matter what, even if they had an opportunity to do something that would really increase their status or anything, honestly, they would just stay by your side. Because I personally think I have some good friends because I know they're kind and I know they care. So, yeah.
So trust and loyalty is something super important to you all, huh?
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so, some folks are a little bit nervous. They get into situations, a new school, a new place, and it's hard for them to get to meet people. How would you suggest making new friends to someone who has a little bit of hard time or maybe a little bit afraid about that? Jemma?
Maybe if you like play a different sport, you could get to know them a little bit better. because you're gonna see them so often.
Luca?
Probably before you just go into trying to make a friend, like, hey, and then this is like what I like. Try to know a little bit about them before then, cause like you could make a friend, but you might not have anything in common, and it just wouldn't be very fun.
I understand that. Yeah. Hayley?
I say just start off by saying your name. Start off by saying your name, and if they say who they are, and you kind of just talk, you get really more like bring up a subject that you think they might have in common. Like try to find something you have in common together, and then just like keep going from there. And once you get deeper into the conversation, it's like you understand more and more, and you can decide if you want to be their friend or not, or if they're just someone you talk to.
Okay. All right, I want to talk about food. Very important. What is your favorite meal, Hayley?
Pizza, pepperoni.
Pineapples or no?
Ew, no.
Thank you. You're my favorite. Okay, that works. No pineapple on
Who
pizza.
likes pineapples on pizza?
You'd be surprised.
me.
You'd be surprised. Yeah. Gemma, your favorite meal?
I really like Papa John's pizza. Cheese.
Cheese pizza. Just
like
straight
that.
up cheese pizza.
Yeah.
All right, Luca?
It just depends on how I feel.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't mean like emotionally, but just like,
If you're like in the mood for it.
yeah, like if I'm in the mood for it. Usually, my top 3, I can't really decide on one. Cheeseburgers,
Ooh, good.
sushi,
Yes.
Okay.
or Chinese food.
Okay. I do want
Yeah.
to talk about something real quick. So, you guys, part of life that I think you all are learning now is really making good decisions, like the right kind of decisions and whatnot. Talk to me a little bit about rules in the house. What kind of rules do you have to follow, Luca?
Well, of course we can't curse. You have to clean up after yourself. And if you were involved in the mess, you have to help clean it up. It doesn't matter if it's yours or not. We get into arguments about that sometimes, but that's always
Definitely.
the winner.
Hey. Okay, so Hayley, what rules do you have to follow at home?
You can't eat any food around the house. You can only eat it at the dinner table. When our parents are working, no friends can be over. Like when they're like on a phone call or whatever, we can't disturb them. I have to do laundry every Sunday. We have to take Daisy out, our dog, all the time, from like in the morning, then by lunch, and then like after dinner or whatever, which I have to help with that. My brother doesn't do anything because he's not old enough to yet, apparently.
Soon enough.
I think he's old enough, but apparently he just doesn't want to pick up the poop. So.
Okay. Gemma, what are your rules in the house?
So when I'm on my iPad, I have to like ask my parents if I can get on it. I can't just like get on it. And like probably keeping our room clean.
How successful are you with that?
Not really.
I have that issue too, don't
like
worry.
I just cleaned it up like yesterday, but my bathroom and closet aren't clean.
All right, clean. And parents get upset with that. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a tip. I'm going to give you a tip it took me 30 years to realize, okay?
Oh, wow.
So, I have a lot of siblings. I've got 4 sisters and a brother.
That's okay.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
4 sisters? How do you two deal with that?
You know, it was hard.
Well,
it was
yeah,
hard
but
growing up.
his
It
is
was
like a
very,
mixture.
very worth it being a grown up. I will say this: chores was always a big thing. Keeping my room clean was always a big thing, and my parents would be always on my back for it. But I realized only when I was a grown up, if I kept my room clean, my parents would get off my back. That's all I'm going to say. Think about it. If you keep your room clean, your parents will lay off. It's just a little free advice from me to you. Real quick before we go, you know, you guys are pretty remarkable and you've done a lot in your young lives and you're going to do more. Tell me something, Jemma, that you're really proud of yourself for particularly from this past year.
I'm probably really proud of myself for like trying a lot of new sports. Well, not really new, but like different ones that I don't normally do.
Like which ones?
Like I do basketball a lot, but I tried out for basketball because I've never really had to try out for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
How'd it go?
It was good.
Okay, Hayley, what are you most proud of?
Honestly, for trying new foods, because I used to be super picky. Like, I would only eat certain things, and I'm now trying all these like different types of foods, and it's like I'm having new experiences trying them. Like, what do I like? What do I don't?
You're expanding your tastes.
Yeah.
So what's a food that you didn't like before that you absolutely love now?
Well, the thing was, I still loved pizza, but I only ate cheese. I didn't eat anything else on top of it. But then I tried pepperoni, and now pepperoni's my favorite.
And now pepperoni is your favorite. Luca, what are you most proud of?
So it was towards the end of the year, and I realized that this is totally a random thought, but I realized that there are no popular kids.
What do you mean?
If anybody knows who you are, then you're popular. The only reason that's thought of that way is because they're super athletic and they get picked for everything. They're the favorites.
Yeah, there was a lot
They're
of
not
that.
popular. Like, I'm not considered in that group, but everybody knows who I am.
Uh-huh. Is it because you're funny?
Just a lot of things about me, I guess.
There's like a lot of traits that...
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of traits.
I like it. You're a deep thinker. I like that thought that you came up with.
It's
Revolutionary. It's
middle
at
of
first
math
I
class.
thought it was the beginning of a stand-up routine. I'm just saying, if you ever decide and you get into it, can I get some free tickets? Okay, I want to thank you all so much for being with us. Luca, Jemma, and Hayley are all students here in Nashville who have finished the 5th grade. They're heading to middle school next year. Hey, y'all, have the best summer ever, okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Can do.
You.
Thank you. We've got to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk with a group of rising 8th graders about what life is like in middle school. Stay with us. This is Nashville.
Funding for This Is Nashville comes from you, our listeners, and Music City Prep Clinic, Nashville-based provider for prep and offering comprehensive sexual health services in an environment designed to be safe, professional, and shame-free. Learn more at musiccityprep.org.
I'm Khalil Ekalona, and this is Nashville. Today, we're talking with young people to hear about where they are in life and what's on their minds. We're now joined by 2 local middle schoolers who just finished their 7th grade year. They got a lot to share. Millie and Griffin, thank you so much. Welcome to This is Nashville.
Thank you.
Really
It's awesome
appreciate
being
it.
here.
Great to have you both with us. Okay, we're going to start with basics. How old are you both?
I'm 12. I'm 13.
Okay, all right. Tell me this, Griffin. Describe yourself to us. What's your personality like?
I am very loud. To my mom, sometimes obnoxious, but I'm funny and I'm very active. Love to be outdoors.
Love to be outdoors. You're very loud. I'm loud too. Are you one of those people that folks can hear like in like three rooms away?
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
Definitely.
Me too. It's hard to have the inside voice, right?
Same.
Yes.
Millie?
I'm also very loud. I do a lot of theater, so I'm not active. I don't do a lot of sports. I don't know. I really like to read. I'm pretty loud. I'm pretty obnoxious. I can get a little crazy sometimes, but in different instances, I can be calm.
Okay. What type of theater do you like? Do you like intense dramas or do you like musicals?
I do a lot of musicals.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Let me ask you this. You can answer yes or no, both of you. When you get a project and they say, hey, here's this huge project for this class, it's due in 2 months. Do you get to work on it immediately or do you wait till the absolute last second?
Last second.
Right in the middle. I start like a month in the middle, like in this beginning of the second month. I'll be like, oh wait, I have a project. I should probably start on that. And then I finally tell my parents about it, and they're like, why didn't you tell us earlier? And then we go to Walmart and then we figure it out.
And you make it. So you're not pushing it up to the 11th hour. You're getting it done kind of in between.
Yeah.
All right. But Griffin, you're last second.
So I would make plans to start right when I got home, and then I would procrastinate for like 2 months, and then there would be like 3 days before it's done, and then I'll just knock it out all there.
Man, you're like my clone. I did the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys enjoy being in school?
No.
It depends on the day, because some days there's very fun activities to do, and like some days can be a good lunch, which can like cheer me up, and then some
Definitely.
days a bad lunch is like,
But you don't enjoy it at all, Millie.
I guess there's just my school's always very busy, and I'm also always very busy. My school, there's a lot of smart kids, and so when they do like a 36 times 85 in a 5 seconds, it sort of like makes you feel more dumb than you actually are. So I guess it's like a little hard with that, but I think it's okay.
I don't know. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but they may be able to do 36 times 85 very quickly, but can they sing the lead song from Oklahoma? I don't know. Everybody's got their talents. That's all I'm saying. I want to talk about some of your classes. Millie, what class did you really love and why?
Well, I would change like social studies and science because I really, really liked both of those teachers. But the subjects just weren't my favorite. But I think the teachers made the subjects more enjoyable. Like, I don't really understand science, but my science teacher was like the sweetest woman ever. I love her so much. And so she really helped me understand it more. My social studies teacher, he's the best. He made the class really fun.
Okay. Griffin?
I would say history, because I love learning around the world and back in different times. And like this year we learned about World War I, World War II, the Civil War, which really caught my eye and I thought was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a phenomenal teacher who was a football coach who I can relate to really well.
Okay. What is it about the teachers that really gets you to connect with them? Because obviously you're not going to connect with all of your teachers. I'm sure you respect them, but you're not going to connect with them. What is special about the teachers you connect with?
The teachers that I connect with, they like try to make a bond and they will reach out to you. They're super nice. They're funny. With my teachers at my school, they're a bunch of like coaches, so we can like talk about sports all the time, and they're very energetic.
Mm-hmm.
The teachers that I really like are able to get level with you and treat you as equal instead of like talking down to you or being really condescending, because a thing that like some teachers do that is why students don't like them is they treat you like you're stupid when you ask questions, but when you don't ask questions, they get mad at you for not asking questions.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel when that happens?
It's just really annoying because it's like, make up your mind. What do you want? Because they changed their standards up so much, and it's hard to like do what they want.
You want to be treated as a autonomous, independent thinking human being.
Yeah.
I get that. What class didn't you like?
I'm going to have to go with science. So we did Introductory to Physical Science, which is arguably one of the hardest classes in the school. And our teacher, he was very hard on us, and hopefully this will prepare us very well for next year because he was the hardest teacher out of our 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you feel like it's prepared you for whatever comes next year?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Because his was very hard and just like felt like it was building up for next year.
Okay. Millie?
I didn't like math because our teacher yelled at us a lot. Like, we would do things like regular middle schoolers do, and we would like chat while we do work and like get the work done but still talk, and she would just yell at us for no reason.
All right. Middle school friendships, very important. Super important. Highly dramatic. Let's be honest. What's it been like for you both?
Chaotic, to say the least. It's been rocky, but
Rocky.
I have found some stable friends.
Mm-hmm. What, Griffin?
I would say since I was going into a new school this year, to like apply yourself, and like since I did that, it was pretty easy to find friends and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So what are some of the things that you appreciate in a friend?
To be truthful, like something that can relate with. All my friends are very active and they love just going out and doing all these things outdoors and everything. And then I love someone who's energetic, funny, who can be serious and like someone who you can talk to.
Mm-hmm. And how important is trust to you both? Because I remember being in middle school, telling somebody something, and next thing I know, the entire lunchroom knows what I told them. Trust is very, very important, particularly to me. Millie, how important is trust to you in making and keeping friendship?
Really important. Middle school is an awkward time because there's a scale of people. Some people don't have any internet access, and some people have like TikTok or Instagram and everything in social media platforms. So it's really important to be able to trust people to not use that against you because you don't have that sort of platform.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so speaking about social media platforms, do both of you have phones?
Yep.
I do have a phone.
You have a phone. How do you all deal with that? How do you go about living your days without letting that kind of worry you too much?
I don't have any social media. I mean, the closest to social media I have is like Pinterest. I guess it's the hardest thing about it is like texting, because the biggest thing about texting is you can't tell someone's tone when they're texting. So one sentence could seem completely different if you heard it in person than if you read it over text. So there's obviously a lot of drama that can be started over just a simple text message.
True. Griffin?
So I do have social media, but I try to stay off it as much as I can. I like set limits for myself, and I try to just talk with people instead of just scrolling on your phone on a social media site or something like that. And then also try to just avoid posts, because people can make fake accounts and stuff like that, which can be very mean. And
Yeah, really mean. You sound like a very disciplined young man.
thank you so
You
much.
get up on time, don't you?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
I try to.
I could tell. That's awesome. Okay, here's a suggestion for you. I'm going to take it old school. If you're too confused or trying to figure out how to text someone, old school phone call. Take it back old school. If you're just tuning in, this is Nashville, and I'm your host, Khalil Ekalona. We're talking this hour about what it's like to be a kid right now. And rising 8th graders Millie and Griffin are sharing their thoughts and perspectives with me. Appreciate having you both here. All right, we're going to talk about the grown-ups, the adults. You guys are getting older. You're not a kid, but you're not like an old kid either, right?
Yes, sir.
Kind of in the middle. What responsibilities have your parents added to your plate in the past year?
More chores, obviously. I obviously empty the dishwasher and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of trust from adults, from parents, from teachers. Like teachers in elementary school used to have to like call a whole nother person to like come in so that they could go to the bathroom. But now they just kind of leave and let us work and then come back.
So you have trust. So you appreciate the trust that they gave you.
Yeah.
Okay. Griffin, what responsibilities did your folks give you?
Obviously chores and all that, but I would also say trust for when your parents, now that they like don't help you with your work or anything, for you to get it done and do it on your own time instead of procrastinating and all that. And also just do your best work and just stay focused in school and not try to goof off.
How do you feel that they've given you those extra responsibilities? I mean, extra chores is not always fun, but there's a reason why they give it to you. How do you feel?
I feel like it's just preparing us to be like the best person we can be, because if we do successful and talk to friends and be respectful to teachers, it'll just help us later in our lives be respectful and all that.
How do you feel about that, Mills?
I think it can definitely help us like learn to be responsible and what Griffin said, move on in life and like learn how to be more responsible humans, because that's basically what being like 12 or 13 or 14 is about. It's like learning how to do all the things that can help you when you're an adult.
That's right. Okay, so what do you think about your parents? You know, you think they're doing a good job?
Yeah.
I think they're doing a good job. There's a few things that we are on different levels about, but
Like what?
one thing is me and my mom, I've already said this, but she thinks I'm being too loud sometimes, but sometimes I think it's just the walls being too thin.
Okay.
But I love to just be loud, express my voice and stuff like that, which I think is fun, but I get that it can be obnoxious.
I get it.
There's just like mini fights like all the time, like just like, where are the shoes? Where are the headphones? Like, why did you steal my hairbrush or something like that?
Yeah.
Because both my siblings are adults and live out of the house, so I'm basically like sort of an only child, but sort of not. So it's like more one-on-one time with my mom, which is nice, and I like to be able to bond with her more, but there's obviously like fights and stuff.
Well, yeah, you bond with your folks as you get older. All right, food. What do you love to eat?
I definitely love Mexican. I love just getting a burrito bowl and all that. Chipotle is definitely up there, but sometimes they do not give you as much as you want, which is sometimes annoying, but I love how it just like gives you everything you need, rice, beans, meat.
Millie.
My favorite like home cooked meal would definitely be jacket potatoes, which is like a English thing that my mom makes. It's basically a baked potato. You can do a regular potato or a sweet potato, and I like to put tuna and cheese on top, like cheddar. It's so good.
Nice. Okay, a couple more questions for you before I let you guys go to get on with your summers. What are you really proud of this year?
I think I've mended a lot of broken friendships or old unresolved drama or stuff, and I've also worked a lot on myself. Recently I've been like going to therapy more often and stuff like that, which I think is really great, and I've also like made more friends and tried to distance myself from ones that aren't good for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're doing stuff that people grown need to do. Yeah, hopefully they take your lead. Griffin, what are you proud of?
I'm really proud of myself by like stepping out and trying to be more active in pursuing friends, because I did have just a group of 3 friends that I would hang out with all the time, but I'm starting to get more involved with other people that are just like I'm friends with, but just getting closer with them.
All right, so we're going to jump into a time machine. We're going to move forward 16, 17 years. You guys are 30 years old.
Ooh.
Which is not old. You might think 30 is old.
Oh, it's not. It's definitely.
But in this case, we'll go with it. 30 is old to you all. You have this time machine. You could kind of come back to this time right now. What would you think you'd be most excited to do going back in time to where you are right now?
I would probably say biking around, just enjoying life, because we live in a neighborhood where you can bike around, do all these things, go play sports. And when you're 30 years old, you're probably not going to be playing tackle football or something like that unless you're pro, which just take everything in the moment and all that.
I hear that. Mills?
I would definitely enjoy the moments where I don't have anything to do, because I think that doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, I like to enjoy that. And I think definitely coming back, I would like sit at my desk and do art or just lay down and listen to music.
Okay, so we're going to go in the future now. We're going to get in our time machine and go in the future. Where would you like to see yourself? What do you see yourself doing, or what would you like to be doing when you're 30? Millie?
I don't really know what I want to be when I grow up, but my 2 ideas are either like a lawyer or a teacher, which are 2 sort of different things, but they both really interest me. So probably one of those.
Okay, look, when I was there, I thought I'd be a lawyer, and look what I'm doing now. Life is crazy. Griffin?
I definitely want to do something with sports, because I feel like that is my life. I am very attached to it. I watch it all the time, play it, and it's just so cool, just like listening to Jim Nantz on just commentating the Masters or something like that.
Oh.
It's very cool.
So you're big into sports media. All right. You a Titans fan?
I am, very much so.
What do you think they're going to make it? How far do you think they're going to go this year?
With our new pickups and 3 insane wide receivers, I think we should be very successful this year. I think we should make the playoffs if we are successful, but if we don't go all the way, that's fine, because we were not that good this last year, so I just want improvement.
That's spoken like a true fan. Excellent. I want to thank you both for being here.
Thank
you guys
you
are
for
great.
inviting us.
You guys are great. Millie and Griffin are middle schoolers here in Nashville. They're about to enjoy summer before the 8th grade. Man, you guys are the best. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to be talking with 11th graders about life in high school. Stay with us. And as always, you can join the conversation by tweeting us at This Is Nashville. We'll be right back. I'm Khalil A. Colonna, and this is Nashville. We're talking today with young people about what it's like to be them right now. Now, today's show is about kids, 11th graders. 15 and 16-year-olds are still technically kids because they're not 18 yet. But they're also young adults, learning more about the world, thinking about how they fit into this wild and crazy world we all are a part of. So they have a lot to say, and I'm really excited to hear their experiences and perspectives. Joining us now are rising juniors, Maddie and Pax. Maddie and Pax, thanks for being here. Welcome to This is Nashville.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is really awesome. How you both doing? Are you enjoying summer so far?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a great time so far.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. So, Maddie, turns out that your birthday was yesterday.
It was.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. How old are you?
I'm 16.
16.
Man.
You made it. What'd you do for your birthday?
My friends stayed the night, and we went out to dinner together, and it was really fun.
Nice. All right. Pax, how old are you, man?
I'm 16.
16. How's it feel? How's it feel to be 16 these days?
It's awesome. I don't think I realized how awesome it would be to turn 16 and be able to drive. I guess you'll probably get to experience that pretty soon. But like it is so life changing to be able to drive.
The independence?
It's amazing, man. But before I had to ask my parents to take me places or ask people to take me places, and now I can just go places. So it's been a lot of fun. I feel like it's really allowed me to connect deeper with my friends too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maddie, you looking forward to getting your license?
Yeah, I'm taking driver's ed this summer, and I'm really excited to be able to get my driver's license finally, because a lot of my friends already can drive, and because I just turned 16, I'm a little bit behind, so I'm ready to finally learn.
Awesome. Okay, so how would you describe yourself?
I am a very fun person. I'm the person that my friends go to when they want to talk about more personal and vulnerable things. So kind of like the therapist friend, but also I'm just pretty authentic. I'm not too afraid to just kind of be myself, and the people that enjoy that are my closest friends.
So you're a person that people feel like they can trust. What do you think it is about you that allows people to trust and open up in that way?
I'm very emotionally aware. I know what it's like to need a person to talk to and just feel completely safe with. And whenever I have that outlet, it makes me feel super safe. And so I guess I do everything I can to be that person for everyone else. I've just always loved to be that person.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, Pax, what's your personality like?
I describe myself as determined, hardworking. I strive to have a really good work ethic, and I think that's really helped me push myself further in life. And then I'd also call myself adventurous. I really like to put myself out there. And I didn't used to be like that, but I guess that's just something I've kind of developed as I've gotten into high school. And I just like to see as much of the world as I can.
What was it about being in high school? You may have been a little bit shy or tentative before, but now you're quite adventurous.
Yeah.
What was that moment that the flip switched?
I don't know. I feel like it was kind of gradual. It just kind of built up. I just started to put myself out there more and put myself in more situations that I wasn't comfortable. And I think that was something I didn't really do as much in middle school, but now in high school, I've seen that really allow me to grow in my connection to people. You
guys just completed your sophomore year.
Yeah.
Going into junior year. You're halfway through high school. What, are you nervous at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I
About
feel like
what?
I don't know. I feel like at least for me, the nervousness hasn't really hit, but I know that it's going to. I guess I'm just nervous because I don't know what comes next for me. Obviously, I know I want to go to college, but I don't know. I have no idea where. I have no idea for what. And I'm a person that has to feel under control, and some of that stuff just being out of control, it scares me a little bit. But I'm excited for it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way. I know what I want to do. I know I want to do something with theater, but I don't know where I want to go to school. I don't know anything about college, and all my friends have already started that thought process, and it's definitely intimidating, not knowing. And also because everyone says junior year's usually the hardest year of high school, and it's the most important one. So definitely there's high stakes for it, and it's going to be challenging, but I think it's also going to be really exciting because it's also one of the most fun years of high school.
That's right. Look, as someone who's completed their junior year a long, long time ago, it is very important, but it is a lot of fun. I want to talk about relationships. We hear about the problems that social media causes, but I'm sure there got to be some positive sides to social media right now. Maddie, tell me, what's a positive that social media gives to you?
I really love how our generation is very open and vocal about, social problems and things that they think need to be changed. And, social media is a great platform where that can be accessible for anyone. And it's a safe community for people to voice their opinions and, find people who, support them and agree with them in a way that feels a little bit less intimidating than standing up on a stage in front of a ton of people. So it's definitely very community building, and it's a good way for, opinions to be voiced and for change to be made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's deep. My positive of social media was just going to be kind of the connection with people who share common interests on there. So I've picked up some filmmaking in the past couple months. And I've started my own filmmaking Instagram page, Pax Makes Films. I'll shout it out there.
Okay.
But it's been a lot of fun to connect with other people who also share that same interest. That's really helped me further pursue my passion. I've talked to a couple of people who actually live in Nashville, and we're working on some stuff together. So it's been super exciting to kind of grow in that passion, because it wasn't something that I had ever done before this year. But then I just picked up a camera and I started running with it, and I feel like meeting those people online and just seeing a whole community of people who enjoy doing the same thing as me has been really, really encouraging and uplifting to me.
That's awesome. All right. What sucks about social media?
I think social media also, it's known that everyone has a persona on social media, and everyone shows the good sides of their life, and they show the perfect fun things. And it's really easy to get caught up in that and think, why can't my life be like that, like theirs? And why can't I always go out and look like this and look like they do and all these things? But in reality, you're not seeing the bad sides and the hard parts. And it's very one-sided. And so it is a huge reason for a lot of, struggles with body image and, confidence in high school. And it's also growing so quickly that it's hard to navigate, and it's scary with the rise of AI. So there's a lot to think about, and it's pretty overwhelming at times.
Pax, does that resonate with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially that last part about the rise of AI and kind of misinformation on there. I think that's a big thing that's gonna have to be tackled in the next couple of years. And especially this year with the election coming up, I think that's something that is really crucial, because it can be used. Social media can be used as a tool to engage more people, but then it can also be used as a weapon to point people away from the truth. And I think we're just at the beginning of that. So I think that's going to be something that's really, really important to kind of battle over the next couple of years.
I mean, that's something your generation has to consider. When I was your age, the only AI I had to think about was Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator. Serious. That was it. But now it's here for you all to really deal with. Good luck with that. I do want to talk about this because high school, it happens. You guys are rising juniors. You got the junior prom. High school, people start dating. Mm-hmm. Another source of elation and another cause of drama.
Yep.
Are either of you dating right now? Or have you explored dating in school?
I'm not right now, but I yes, in the past.
Same.
You both have okay, so how do you really approach it, seeing that, you're in high school, there's different maturity levels there. You also have people being in your business from the school, but then the added pressure of social media that we just talked about. How do you go about choosing who you want to date, given all of these factors that could interrupt whatever relationship you're trying to build? Pax.
Yeah. I guess what you were saying about levels of maturity is really important to me. I consider myself to be a pretty mature person. So whenever I'm looking for somebody that I might be interested in dating, I think that's probably the most important thing that I look for is how mature is that person. And then another thing that's really, really important to me is trust. I think trust makes any good relationship happen. And I feel like if I'm with somebody that I can't trust, then I feel like the relationship's not going to go anywhere, because I feel like trust opens up so many new opportunities and windows for people, and without it, some relationships they just don't work.
Mm-hmm. That's something that's going to stick with you for the rest of your life. Keep that.
Yeah. A big thing is that it's really easy to also get caught up in the feeling that, you know, you're falling behind because everyone around you is getting into relationships and hooking up with people. But the most important thing for me, and I think for anyone in high school to remember, is to be able to find self-love first, and instead of always relying on outside sources. Because if you find that self-love and really work on yourself and have that confidence, then people are going to be drawn to you, and people are going to see that and want you to invite them into your world. And so that's really helped me. And, you know, from past relationships, I've really learned a lot about myself and about standards and, you know, how to advocate for myself. And, you know, through that, I have high standards for who I want and how I want them to treat me with as much love for me as I have for myself.
You really are the therapist, friend. This is awesome. Okay, now, obviously, it is okay if one chooses not to date. Mm-hmm. And that would be an individual choice. But again, you guys are in high school. There's so much pressure. Are you the type of folks where if everybody's like, hey, we're going to go right and do this thing, but you don't feel it in the core of your being, are you willing to go left to stay true to yourselves?
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. How important is that to you, to stay true to yourselves, even though everyone in society tells you to be a particular way?
I think I'd call it like a 10 out of 10 importance. I think really just knowing who you are, knowing what you want, knowing what you believe is so crucial to your decision making in life. And I think finding out stuff about yourself is something that's really crucial to do before you go and get into a relationship, or you go and make some decisions that could be important. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And, like, if you were to ask me that question a few years ago, it would be harder for me to answer because of that fear of not being accepted or, like, wanting to be liked or fitting in. But that's been one of the main things I've really worked on with myself. And I've found that I've been a lot happier when I stay true to myself and do the things that I know are right and things that I enjoy. So that's something I really value. And also I value in the people that I surround myself with.
Awesome. So you both have obviously more responsibilities than you did last year because you're growing up. Whenever you don't see eye to eye with your parents, how do you all work that out?
Therapy is a good way. We do family therapy as well as individual therapy, and we take that time to really talk through things, especially if there was like a big, like, not even an argument, but just like a level of like different opinions on things and like how to deal with something like that. So that's a good way, and just through trial and error, like, hey, I trust you with this if you would do this and this, and we'll see how it goes. So it's just a level of like trust and trying things out and seeing how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I think my stuff is pretty much the same thing. I think just sitting down and having a conversation with them about it is really, really important, because again, that builds trust in the relationship between you and your parents. And then it also allows you to let them let you do more things. I think learning and making mistakes is such a big part of growing in a relationship with your parents. So that there'll be some times where I'll ask my parents to do things and they'll say yes, and then maybe it won't go great, but that allows us a learning opportunity to kind of discover what I want to do, who do I want to be, and stuff like that.
What do you enjoy about being where you're at right now in your young lives? What's the most fun?
I guess still being a kid and having those opportunities to just like hang out with friends and go and like sleep over and like play outside and things that, you know, we won't be able to do for that many more years. So those moments, even if they're not as often anymore as they used to be, they're super special, and I really love getting to spend those moments with the people I care about the most.
Pax?
Yeah, I think just like the combination of the freedom that you have now, and then also the combination of not having as many responsibilities as you will as an adult. I think there's like a golden zone from like 16 to like 22 where you're able to be free, you're able to hang out with your friends, but then also you don't have the added pressure of like paying for rent or paying for groceries and stuff like that.
True.
And I think that all just combines to make to make this age really, really fun.
That's really awesome. I really appreciate you both for being here. Maddie and Pax, rising high school juniors here in Nashville, the future of our city. Thank you both so much.
Thank you so much.
And thanks to you for tuning in this hour. This is Nashville is a production of Nashville Public Radio. Today's episode was produced by Catherine Cece's. It was directed by Tasha A.F. Lemley. Our technical director and board operator is Liv Lombardi. The masterminds behind our theme music are Larange and Namir Blade. Special thanks to all the parents who helped behind the scenes to help make the show possible, and Jake Myers at MBA. You can listen back at thisisnashville.org or wherever you get good podcasts. And the conversation doesn't end here. Tweet us at This Is Nashville. Find us on Instagram and tell us what you want from our show by filling out our quick survey online. You can also call to leave us a message at 615-760-2000. This is Nashville. I'm Khalil Ekalona. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. And be good to each other.